Hello everyone, and welcome to the Tech Torrent podcast. I am Shinji, your host for today. How's everyone doing? Merry Christmas to you all. It's been a while since we did a live stream. It's been roughly 2 months. I have been busy, and I'll tell you all about it in just a second. Let's do a quick roll call of who's here. We got Techman TY. First, Merry Christmas. Yep, they are the first one in chat. Good job. Soul7, how you doing? Lies, it says 4 minutes. Yes, I know. But thanks for being here, Soul7, and thanks for being a wonderful contributor. That's why you got that purple icon next to you. We got Crypto Bagel. How you doing, man? How you doing? Tains, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be like with your family and like doing Christmassy things, you know? So hello to everyone that is joining us here on this Christmas special. That's right, today is Christmas Day. For those of you that are not in America, or North America as they say, Christmas is the day us Americans like to, oh, well that light just went out. Christmas is the day that us Americans like to go spend way too much money and then show off to all of our friends on how poor we are. Wait, is that it? I'm not sure. But it seems like that sometimes. So we got a lot of cool stuff to go over today. We got our timecode boxes from Deity. By the way, everything in this video, everything in this podcast, this live stream, I paid for with my own money, not sponsored at all whatsoever, just so everyone knows. Got some timecode boxes. We got our, oh no. Okay, so this is gonna be a problem. This is one thing I forgot, but we got our creator combo DJI Osmo Pocket 3 right here. Thanks to Altered Component for telling us about this lightsaber that was on super sale on Black Friday. Had to get it, you know. The other stuff we got for Black Friday, unfortunately, either has not shown up yet or I do not have possession of it yet. I got our Beacon Mix Creative. This is basically the, think about a Go XLR light that's been stripped down to only what you need. These are pretty cheap, and the people that made this is actually people that got fired from Go XLR or High Calorion or something like that. They when they got laid off from the company, they started another company and they made this. So this is interesting. I might keep it, I don't know yet. This is nothing special, but this is a infrared illuminator, and this just kind of shines infrared light. It does have a photo sensor. And of course, what you guys are all been waiting for, this right here, which is the amazing NVIDIA 4090, and it weighs as much as it looks. It really does. It's quite heavy. This thing weighs a couple of pounds, and I actually couldn't find my scale. There's been a little bit of issues with this live stream, but let me know if my voice is in synchronization with my mouth. You can hear me clearly, all that good stuff. Let me know in the chat. Before the stream got started, actually, so I checked everything yesterday, made sure the lights worked, the audio, all that good stuff. Then lo and behold, as soon as I turn the computer on right now, my multi-port, my 4-port Elgato Camlink Pro doesn't work. It dies. So luckily, I have a lot of equipment, so I had a backup, but it wasn't easy to swap it in. It took some time, and I had to go panic and find my Camlink. So you're watching everything through 2 different devices right now. It's not all combined into one. My stream PC, I don't know what's going on. It was working yesterday, but today it just doesn't work anymore. I plugged the cables in, and it's got no video. The Camlink, the 4-port Camlink is being recognized, but I got no signal coming through it. So here we are. You're watching me through a Camlink 4K and a MK2 4K 60 Pro, which is mostly designed for like PC gaming. It's for high refresh rate, high throughput, in and out, low latency. Let's see, not sure if it's on my end. What? Let me see here. See, something about low FPS. Let's take a look here. 30 FPS, 30 FPS. Oh, we do have some drop frames here. Let's take a look. I think I know what it is. Let me know if there's any more drop frames. Everything should be fine. Oh, I see. We are having some latency issues. Let me go into my settings on the stream and lower the bit rate. The bit rate might be a little bit too high. I also do have new internet, so we are checking that as well. let me go into the stream output. Stream, we're gonna drop that bit rate to about half. So instead of 25, we'll do like 15,000 kilobytes per second. And hopefully that fixes all of our issues. You're gonna get a bit of lag there, and then it should update. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Everything was working just fine until I just turned this on, which is kind of annoying. I like how you get issues as soon as you go live. I'm viewing at 480p. No, this should not be. All right, the quality of the stream might have gone down a tiny bit, but it should be nice and smooth now. For those of you that don't know, the bit rate is, so you got the resolution, the box, right? The size of the frame. And the bit rate is how much data, right? How much color depth, how much, data, how much richness to the video is coming through. And I just cut the bit rate in half. And so it should be doing better now. We'll see. I'm getting a bunch of yellows here. I'm not sure why, because I got 18.2% drop frames, which is pretty horrible. It shouldn't be doing that no more. I don't know why it's doing that. One more second, I'm gonna drop it even lower. Quality might go down a tiny bit, but it is for smooth video. Then we're gonna get right on to our video for today. Let's see here, let's make that 10,000. So now we're gonna make that number to 10,000 kilobits per second. And then we shouldn't have any more issues from there. Oh, you know what it is? I think I forgot to turn off my honey gain. So I have honey gain running on this network. I know, kind of sketchy, but it makes me like $5 a month doing absolutely nothing and doesn't cost me any extra money. So that might be causing issues because I have a 50 megabit uplink and I'm only able to use 1/5 of it right now for some reason. Well, let me know if this makes things better. It should be good now. Anyways, so let's check out what we got today. Let's see here, top cam. All right, guys, first thing we're gonna open up, I had an order here. I'm gonna have to go get this out of my car because I actually left it in the car, unfortunately. And is this reversed? Looks like the video is reversed. Let's fix that. So, two-shot top cam, properties, configure video. There's a way to rotate this, to flip vertically. There we go. Okay, now we should be correct orientation. Right? That looks good. But is the text backwards? If the text is backwards, that is not what we desire. Take a look here. See, filtering, transform. The transform, what we're gonna do is, tell me if the letters are backwards on your end, because it's backwards on my end, which, that means the picture's inverted, and I don't want it to be inverted, so let me know. Let me know in the chat. Looks like we got my lamp behind me keeps turning off and on. Don't know why that's going on. It should be fine. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the first thing is we're gonna open up our this thing right here, the Beacon Creative. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but basically what it is, it's kind of like a Go XLR type thing. So let's make some room here. Put that all over. And now we got perfect amount of space to open it up. It's flipped backwards. Close enough, huh? Dang it. I'm gonna try to diagnose this one last time, and if I can't figure this out, because I remember doing this before, but if I can't remember how to fix it, we will just continue on. Edit, transform, rotation, size. Oh yeah, rotation. Okay, so I think that's it. Let me go back into properties. I'm gonna mess it up first, so don't worry. Let's see, flip vertically. Okay, so I flipped it, and now I'm going to go into transform, edit transform. Rotation should be 180. Did that work? Nope, that did not work. Okay, I guess I'll fix this later. Let me go back into the properties. I'll flip it, and then we will get back on track here. Configure video. We go to transform, edit transform. 180 did not work. 0. There we go. And I'm just going to make the letters inverted, unfortunately. That's just how it's going to be. Properties. Okay. All right, so at least we're correctly orientated now. It's flipped backwards. Yeah, okay. All right, so we are back on track. I will have to fix that later. Let's take a look at our first product. So I actually have not opened this yet. It's kind of got damage here, so we're just gonna go ahead, cut that open. Ooh, that's a nice presentation. It's kind of cool. So we got some plastic, holds it in. And of course I got the white one because we all know the white ones are usually better. And I'm gonna keep it that way. Single USB-C connection, okay? That's the thing about this, guys. You do not need to plug your Go XLR or any of those other things into this. Rather, this is like a audio control thing for your computer. It's all done digitally. There's no actual hardware to it. And we got our USB-A to USB-C cable. That's all it is. And I think, wow, talk about lack of anything else in the box. Let's see. We got some flavor text. Oh, it's backwards. You can't read it. My bad. I will make sure to flip this camera over next time, I guess. That way it is not upside down. So that's what it looks like. Kind of see that reflection of the lights. Yeah, it's only one USB-C connection on the back. Does it even go in? This thing messed up. Take a look. Wow, that is a tight fit. This doesn't just go in there, huh? It doesn't go in all nice and smooth. Like, it's actually quite a tight fit, and there's actually like a piece of crap in there, making it super tight. Yeah, anyway, so the reason why I got this is, let's say I'm gaming or something. I want to be able to adjust my music volume. Let's say I make this my music. Let's say I make this my Discord. Game volume, game chat. So like if people are talking on our team, like in Call of Duty or something, I could adjust their chat volume without adjusting the rest of the system volume. That's why I got this. So it's really easy to do. I could reach out and do it. Because you know there's a bunch of squeakers that make a bunch of noise and cause issues. They freaking flood the channel with a bunch of nonsense and you can't hear anything. So that is to prevent that from happening. Did I buy it just for Call of Duty? No. I bought it for other purposes as well. Just, that is the most prominent one I could think of off the top of my head. Let's see here. We got Charles Foley. Hope you're having a Merry Christmas, Shinji. Yes, I am having a pretty good Christmas. I got a lot of stuff done today. If you guys are in the Discord, I was streaming earlier what I was doing. We put up 4 turbo ego chargers up on the wall over there. And that was not that hard, but I just been putting off for so long. So I got 2,800 watts of ego battery charging. They're 700 watts a piece and I got 4 of them. So we got those all mounted in the garage. I put my new network terminal in the garage that basically, instead of running a home run to every single thing in the garage, because I got a lot of connections out there, I'm running 2 Ethernet cables. So one that's already there for a camera, and one cable is going to be dedicated to a Ubiquity flex switch. And that flex switch is got multiple taps coming out of it that I can plug into other things with PoE, which is power over Ethernet. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, anyways, Charles, thanks for joining the live stream here. We're just going over some minor things we got over the Black Friday. All right, next item. I would show you this, but the problem is I left this in my Tesla, so I can't show you right now. I'll show you later, I guess, when we have a little intermission. So I'll go over these. This is just really simple. Like I said, this is just an IR illuminator. Some areas at night that are really dark, my cameras can't see very well. So this will make that area illuminated, and it's actually like, so think about it like when you're looking at something when it's in a dark room, you almost see like static, right? That's because there's not enough light information to see it clearly, right? It's kind of fuzzy, it's kind of staticky, right? So what this will do is it'll put more infrared light on the subject or the area, and it'll make it more clear, right? The frame rate won't have to go as low on the camera and stuff like that. So let's take a look at what's inside here. Let's see if my Zoomy remote works. Everything else is breaking today, so let's see if this works. Oh, this actually does work. So we got the box right there. Power adapter, standard American power adapter. Just some stuff. Oh, a drill template. Now that's kind of convenient. I wish my Egos came with that. Looks like this is the mount. It's just cast aluminum. Real cheap, nothing too special. And then we got a short cable. You know, I wish they gave you like a 12-foot cable with this thing, because realistically, this is going outside. This is not long enough. I'm gonna have to buy my own barrel connector extension. And then we got the IR illuminator, right? We got the back, which has a bunch of fins to keep things cool, because this thing probably does produce a lot of heat. Let's see, where's the... How many watts is this thing? I think it's 120 watts. No, that sounds like a lot. Not sure. I would say it's 120 watts because of the numbering. But yeah, that's what one of these IR illuminators. I have two of them actually. One for the backyard, one for the front yard. But I'm only going to unbox one because they're both, for all intents and purposes, exactly the same. So put this back for now. If you're going to join me in the Discord for tomorrow, I'm going to finish up the camera project, and we might even mount these. So go ahead, join the Discord, linked in the description below if you want to see me do that. Would I make a video on it? I could, but making videos for something like this, the amount of effort that goes in, just not worth it, in my opinion. Next thing we got here is our timecode box. Man, it is really annoying me how the letters are backwards. I promise I'll fix that next time. All right, what we got here? Soul7 says, Tesla, did the Cruise crash the Bolt? No, it did not. Okay, so let me let me explain what happened. So this is where you guys might be like, oh, you're just an Elon Musk fanboy, blah, blah, blah. I can assure you that is not the case. Basically, here's what happened. So my Bolt was great, reliable, had no issues whatsoever that were major, okay? Had some minor issues that I kind of wanted taken care of. You know, minor details like, you know, the clip for the visor kept getting loose, so I wanted that replaced. There's some weird noises, some squeaks, you know, quality control issues. And I took it to the dealership, you know, because it's the same dealership I bought it from, same dealership I go to for all of my services, right? I never took this car anywhere else. Took it to the dealership, told them all the issues, and I figured it'd be under warranty, right? Because it's still within 3 years, right? Nope, I was like a couple hundred miles out of warranty, right? 36,000 miles or 3 years, whichever comes first. Because of that, F you, right? So the guy could care less that it was out of warranty and all that stuff. And you know what? He's right, he's right. I am out of warranty. I should have gone there like 3 days earlier, right? So I'm not, but I didn't, and that's my problem. And now they want like $5,000 to fix everything. All the minor issues I had, of which like they wanted $1,000 just for diagnosis, right? And I was like, oh wow, this is kind of messed up. Like, hey, I bought the car here, you know, I come here for all my inspections, all my service, whenever I gotta get the tires changed. And the guy's like, yep, there's nothing we can do. You can pay for it though. And I'm like, oh, that's great. You know what, just give me back the keys, I'm good. I don't want to do any of that. And he goes, okay, by the way, we have this awesome survey. It would be great if you could give us a good review. And he changed his total demeanor to like super pleasant and excited when he told me about this survey. But he wasn't like that when he was denying me all these issues for my car, which, like I said, it's out of warranty. I get it. But I've worked at dealerships for 10 years, and I did this all the time. You kind of, I'm not going to say you lie, but there is some exceptions where you could do warranty work that's slightly out of warranty. So, for example, if they're pretty close to warranty, one method, which is technically unethical and technically illegal, you could lie about the odometer and say it's just within warranty, just so you get the work done, because really at the end of the day, no one's going to know. But of course, they weren't going to do that because they're totally, you know, by the book, which is awesome. Another thing you can do is go ahead and do the warranty work and submit it and let them know the reason why and that this was a good customer. And usually that gets approved. So in my experience working at Kia, Ford, I didn't work at Ford very long. I hated that place. Not the brand, the people. Working at those dealerships, this is something I did all the time, especially if the customer bought the car there. And of course, they could care less. So that's why I was not happy with that. That happened about a month ago. Oh, hey, Teaspoon, how you doing? Merry Christmas, all. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, Teaspoon. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you've been well. Yeah, Charles, that does suck. It really does suck. So the story, I promise the stories will finish soon. So all of that happened, right? This was about 2 weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. About a month ago at this point. And I was pretty upset. I was kind of like, man, I paid sticker for this car when they were, you know, like the used car market crashed, right? The cars are no longer inflated. Well, as inflated rather. They're no longer sky high. You don't have to wait a year to buy a Tesla anymore. You could just go there and buy one, right? You could order it online on the app and just literally buy one, just like that, right? So, I was kind of not happy with my car not being, you know, they're not going to take care of me. They're basically just kicking me into the wind. So I was kind of done with Chevrolet. I was like, yeah, I'm good. So I pulled the payoff on my car to find out what the numbers were and all that. Because I was talking to a dealership about selling it and potentially replacing it with something else. Because I was like, you know what, I'm done with Chevrolet. I've had a Volt with a V and I had a Bolt with a B. So almost 7 years in the Chevrolet system, right? Brand new, both brand new cars. So I spent a lot of money, to be very clear, with Chevrolet. And they didn't want to do anything. So I was like, I'm done. And I looked online for Teslas, because, you know, I figured, why not? I've always wanted a Tesla and I always wanted the performance variant. So I looked around, I was like, ooh, Tesla Performance Model Y with a discount because it was a demo unit, right? That was interesting. I'll get into that. I'm actually making a video about that one. It'll be out within a year, I promise. Sometime next year. How about we put it that way? It was an interesting experience because you basically go to the dealership, the pickup center. Sorry, it's not a dealership, right? You go to the Tesla pickup center. You don't really even talk to someone. You just open up your phone and it activates and you just go to your car, get in and drive off. It's literally that simple. However, this time we had some issues, so I had to call someone, or I had to get someone to come over and look at it. Anyways, going back, so I made a plan. We got my Bolt. We went down to Eco Auto in Tewksbury, Massachusetts, sold it there that morning. Me and my friend Thomas from PCs and EVs, go ahead and check out his channel. If someone can please, if one of the mods want to link it in the description, he's a cool guy. My friend from Thomas, PCs and EVs, Thomas, we got together. We sold my Bolt at Eco Auto that morning. Then we got a one-way rental from Tewksbury, Massachusetts, all the way to Paramus, New Jersey. So we drove that 4 hours all the way to Paramus, New Jersey. I gave myself 6 hours to get there, and good thing I did, because with breaks, going to the bathroom, and the traffic, we actually got there in about 5.5 hours. So we got there, picked up the car and all that, and we drove back. I'll go into the rest of that story on a different video, different podcast, because it's quite a bit of a story. But yeah, I am now the proud owner of a Tesla Model Y Performance. And this thing is fast. It's the fastest car I've ever driven in my life. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Now, why do you need that? I can tell you a good reason why. when merging on the highway, it is good to do safely when you pass other people instead of getting behind them, in my opinion. So you need the horsepower for safety, right? To merge safely on the highway. And that's my story, officer, and I'm sticking with it. So yeah, this thing is fast. It really throws your head back. There's nothing like hardcore electric torque. A thing that it has a lot of horsepower. It's very powerful, very fast. And it's also a Tesla, so it comes with a bunch of features. You know, you could, like for example, I could turn it on every morning at a certain time automatically without me touching it. It'll auto do the climate. I got 6 months of free supercharging, so free gas, right? Of which I've already gotten like $140 worth of gas equivalent for free, and I've only had it for 2.5 weeks. 3 months of full self-driving, by the way, which is pretty cool. It's in beta, but basically I just pull out onto the driveway, push the button, or tap the stalk rather, and I'm at work. It just needs a little bit of, you know, a nag to make sure you're paying attention, but it'll do everything. It'll navigate stoplights, traffic lights, stop signs, you know, medians, it'll watch for pedestrians, it'll do everything. And I've actually been able to go to work and back completely on autopilot, which is pretty amazing. Now, it's only for 3 months, trial period. By the way, guys, the 6 months of free supercharging and the 3 months of full self-driving is a limited time thing only. The reason why I got it was because I used my friend Thomas as a referral. So if you want to use me as a referral, it is linked in the description. You'll get those benefits too. If you want to buy a Tesla, which, you know, I'm not trying to shill it because, quite frankly, Elon Musk is a little, you know, and I understand we all have our own opinions about him. He's a little weird. He's a little weird. I try to separate the CEO of the company from the product. And that's the best I could go at it. You know, I get that a lot of people don't like him, and, you know, I don't really like him that much either. But the product is good, in my opinion. It had a rough start, but it's good now. Soul7, thank you for linking PCs and EVs. Really appreciate that. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. I love him a lot. Anyways, let's get on to our next thing, and we'll get on to the 3090 soon after. So here we got the timecode box. Sorry that it's reversed. I promise I will fix that. For those of you that don't know, timecode box. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. It says open right there. Let's see here. Why are we losing focus? Okay, good. Yeah, so the timecode box, as you can see, the little graph, right? Little scale here, right? What it does is it injects timecode into your audio, one of your audio tracks on your cameras, and then that timecode is unique. And if you have multiple cameras going, you could use that timecode to sync up footage really easily. And it's very helpful when you have multiple cameras recording on and off at different times. So this is like a universal clock, almost like an atomic clock. Oh, this is magnetic. That's kind of cool. Magnetic opening. And you got all your stuff here. And this is just, you know, stuff you definitely don't want to eat. And looks like a box with accessories. Oh, yeah. So this is like the injector squib for, this is a special cable, it's not a normal cable. This is the timecode injector, like if you want to put it into a timecode slate or something like that. So we got, this is, oh, I forgot the word, but it's DMI or something like that. It's fiber optic. This is the fiber optic link that also gives, oh, this particular one is not fiber optic, but this is like a secure link that you put in, and this can also inject timecode. This one right here is the timecode squib injector. This is for like a slate or something more high-end. This is your standard audio jack timecode injector. And looks like we got some USB-C cables with USB-A on one end. That's interesting. Oh, maybe it's to synchronize all three at the same time. And we got a bunch of Velcro and stitchy stuff. And what's this? We got a USB-C to USB-A cable. That's all it is. All right, so we got all of our accessories. Now you might be going, Shinji, can't you just use the audio to sync it up? Yes, you can. You can. This is on by Velcro, so the whole back of this is Velcro, which is nice. So you can, but these are special. See, these actually are able to keep your time code for a longer period of time. So these are temperature controlled. They're temperature adjusted crystal in here that keeps track of your time code like very accurately. Like within, I think it's every 30 days it only drifts 1 frame, or every day it drifts half a frame or something like that. I forget the number, but they're very accurate clocks. And this way, for example, let's say I got this on my GoPro that's on my forehead. Let's say I got this on the A-Cam. Let's say I got this on the DJI Pocket 3, right? And then I record with the GoPro, but I keep the A-Cam rolling all the time. I record with the DJI every now and then. Now I got all this footage that's out of synchronization, but now I can put it into my software, put the time code in, right, with this, and tell the software to synchronize it all with the time code, and it'll put all of my footage in the exact order, exactly where it was, even though they're not one continuous. Like if I press record on everything and never turned it off, that'd be perfect, right? Because then it's just one video track from each camera. I could just, that's really easy to line up. The problem with that is that it takes up a lot of space, okay? Like one shoot for me is almost 500 gigabytes of video, and that's a lot. So it's nice if you can pause video or cut video when you don't need it, because at the end of the day, you still need to keep all that original footage if you want to go back and edit it. That's a lot of space, man. I can't be doing that. I only got 64 terabytes of storage, okay? That's almost half a terabyte right there. So this will help me out a lot when it comes to filming. Filming with multicam, because I love using multiple cameras. It makes cutting between subjects, between scenes a lot easier. And you could really cover up a lot of mistakes that way. Like if I reveal something I'm not supposed to yet, or things like that, you could really cover up a lot of things. Use it to cut between scenes, cut between subjects. Or if I say something funny or something, you know, not kosher, say something that'll get me canceled, I could just use that to cover it up. So it's a lot easier. All right, let's take a look at chat before we move on. All right, who we got here? All right, not too much going on at the moment, so we'll just go on to our next thing. Okay, so this right here, I'm gonna zoom out. This right here is the lightsaber, that altered component linked in the Discord, and it was actually really cheap. It was not that expensive, so let's check it out. This is my first time opening it. Let's take a look at this. So I know you can't read it because it's all backwards, but it says voltage, sound effects, monochrome switching mode, burst flash, luminous colors, 12 kinds of light colors. Literally says 12 kinds of light colors. Okay, why not just say it got 12 colors? Okay, not 12 kinds of light colors. This is definitely written by someone that does not have English as their first language. All right, so let's take a look at this thing. Allegedly, this is all metal. Yep, I can confirm this is a metal hilt. And you can see it's basically just a flashlight. Oh, wow. This is loud. Those are definitely knockoff lightsaber noises if I've ever heard it. All right, let's take out this part. It's covered in one-time use plastic, which I absolutely hate one-time use plastic, but I get why it's on everything. Do that peel. Man, it's like taking off something on a long cylindrical rod. That's what she said. Wow, this is just, it's like a very cheap light tube. Nothing special about it. Got a cable and some flavored text. Whoa, 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 check that out. Activate your lifetime warranty. Okay, lifetime warranty. I'm 100% sure there's no actual warranty with this. That's probably a way to gather your email address and sell to people. 100%. Comes with instruction manual, which actually tells you how to do it. Boot up, one-click switch, shut down, long press, 3 seconds. Color switching, 1 click. Triple click will mute it. Burst mode, double click. Okay, so if I turn it on, you guys can hear that, right? Then if I 1, 2, 3, It says mute. It literally said the word mute. Can you guys see that? Yeah, so it looks like it's flickering. That's because it's an LED and it's on a duty cycle and you can actually see it. I can't see it. Yeah, see? It looks like it's flickering. Let's put it on the lightsaber. Oh, actually, that's not bad. All right, here we go, guys. This is the lightsaber. Let's let me turn some lights off here and there we go. Let's see what this is like. So I got one light off and you can see how dark it is. Let me turn the other light off. It can get pretty dark in here. But this is it. And the finish on the inside is not even. There's like a bunch of crap in here that's not good. It looks like it's flickering, and I can assure you it's not flickering. This is just the camera can see the refresh rate of the LEDs on the inside. It's just super cheap. It's not flickering. You can't really see it in real life. So here we go. If I move this a lot, it flickers. If I hit something, it flickers. It like goes on and off. And I think that's how they look at this like blotchiness. See that? Can you guys see that? Like actual blotchiness in the blade. Like the coating on the inside is not even. Like look at all that. Can you actually see how bad that is? Talk about quality control. Look at that. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. Let me turn the backlight off there. All right, let's turn these lights back on so you guys can see me. Transition over. Yep, there we go. Thanks, Altered Component. I got a cool lightsaber. 1, 2, 3. Wow, these lightsaber noises are very delayed, wrong. Okay, I can't. This this is so bad. But for like whatever it was, a couple of dollars, why not? I'll use it for a light prop of some kind. All right, so let me just put this over here. All right, now the final thing that you all been waiting for, the epic, the one, the only, the 40, oh wow, this thing is heavy, the 4090, right? So this is actually the shipping box that it comes in, but the shipping box that it comes in doubles as its actual box. I will show you how this works in just a moment. So full disclosure, I did open this. There is a breakaway right here. So let me, if I transition over, you guys can see it. There's a breakaway tab that you pull, and that makes that whole area rip. And as you can see, right, it rips this way, and it continues on over here, and then that's where the strip ends. Now, because of that breakaway tab, it turns this whole thing into a lid. And this lid is also the box. Like, this is your graphics card box, so don't throw this shipping box away. So if we open the lid, this is what we are greeted with, okay? And you can see these two things right here, the arrows. Go this way, and it kind of opens it up like this, and this actually is supposed to come out, but oh, I guess they stop right there, just like that. So it opens up like that, and then you can lift out your 4090. Okay, if I recall correctly, this was supposed to come apart, but looks like it doesn't want to. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move this aside, open it up, take out our 4090, put it right there, and you can kind of see how this box works, right? Okay, so you want to keep this because this is your actual like outer graphics card box. This inner one is nice and cool, but it actually doesn't, you can't ship it like this, right? It actually doesn't protect the card as much as you think. Why? Because there's openings that you can see right on the side. You can actually see through some of them, okay? See through both of them actually. If I get the camera angle just right, see how it's just open like that. Now, I did buy this one on eBay, and it could be that this is fake. We're gonna find out together. this says tear right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear it. That's kind of cool. It's just sticky. It's just tape right there that's designed to come off. Put that right there. This also says tear, has arrows going this way. Sticky tape. Put that right there. Make sure that's right there. And then this should just open up like that. So there we go. There it is right there, the RTX 4090. Thing is a beast. It's pretty big. Ooh, I almost dropped it. Oh my god, this thing is so thick. This thing is thick compared to my hand. All right, so let's take a look at the box real quick, because this box is heavy. This is probably most of the weight of the card. So now we got a little pyramid. See the logo right there? That usually means there's something inside that we want to look at. So let's zoom in on that. Okay, so I guess you just pull this. This lifts out. So I'm actually too close. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I'm gonna lift it. Just kind of comes out like that. And there's like a box in there. Kind of see that a box just came out. So I'm holding a little box. Oh, this is the special adapter. So if I recall correctly, this is a 4-to-1. Yep. So we got 4 8-pins going to one 16-pin connector. And if you look closely, this does have the full pins right there. Those are the sense pins. And this is power. This is giving you power, and this is just telling it, hey, this is a full 16-pin connector. Wow. That's so much work for this thing. Okay, so let me put this little boxy back right there. And then I'm going to put this on top. Actually, wait, did I do that right? Yeah, let me do the... Goes in like... Where does this go in? What did I mess up? Okay. Goes on top. And it's just like that, right? I think. I'll find out later. Okay, anyway, so there's that. There's nothing on this side. This is just all cardboard that's been stitched together with a hinge right here. No magnets or anything at all. It's just a giant clamshell box that just opens like that. Okay, cool. So that's the box, guys. And let's see here. Let's zoom out. We'll put the box right here. And now we have the card. So I was kind of worried that this would be super heavy, because when I picked up the shipping box, it literally weighed like 10 pounds. But now that I got the card out of the box, it's not as heavy as I thought it would be. This does look like a genuine 4090. There we go. You can kind of see it like that. See how big it is compared to my head? It's huge. So on this end right here, let me transition back. We do have a little cover. And if I recall correctly, this cover, yep, it's held on magnetically. This is just a magnetic plate. Let me zoom in so you can see that. This magnetic plate covers this, and this is machined. I could feel it. So it's some kind of ferrous steel. And those are magnets. And there's 2 screws here. And that is like if you have an OEM application, if you want to secure it, because this thing is heavy. So this just kind of goes on like that, magnetically. Oh, it's backwards. There we go. And it just kind of pops into place. Wow. This is a pretty beautiful card. Look at that RTX 4090 logo right there. The other side. And there's one power connector up here. So this thing's gonna look ugly as hell, because it's gonna go in like that, right? Well, I could understand why some people have a hard time plugging this in. It's like not very intuitive. So now I'm gonna have a card with a freaking carrot top like that, and I gotta plug all my power into there. So there's gonna be a bunch of stress right there, and that's gonna cause issues. So I probably should get an adapter for this. a good adapter, not one of those bad ones. Now, for those of you that don't know, the way this card is set up, right? So the whole card comes to this point right here. So this notch, everything my hand is covering is not PCB. This is just a fan. This right here, theoretically, if I chop it right here, it'll still work because the actual PCB, the actual card itself, is from this point. All of this is PCB. This right here, this end is just cooling. So theoretically, if I took this all apart, you'll see a thin PCB that's about this big. And then it'll be a relatively small card. It'll be almost 4 inches shorter. Still kind of nice. I gotta say, these Founders Editions from NVIDIA, man, they look nice. They really do. It's a freaking beautiful card. This powder coating look and all of that. I like it a lot. Like, I don't know, it's like a grayish color. I wish my Tesla came in this color. That'd be pretty cool. The closest, my Tesla is pretty close to this color, but it's darker and more blue. And you can tell, so this right here is blower style, right? Exhausts all the heat out here. And it's a pass-through. You can actually see right through the card if I hold this correctly. See? Kind of see my hand underneath? See? You can actually see right through the card. You can see the fan. It's kind of cool, right? So we got that. I already got fingerprints on it, damn it. That. Beautiful 4090. This is definitely going in my computer. So, funny story about this. I actually sold my 3090 hybrid, right? Actually, I haven't looked at chat in a while. Let me take a look at chat. Soul7 says, please smash that like button. Yes, please do, guys. We got 6 people watching with only 6 likes, 37 views. We need to have 37 likes, people. Let's see what we got here. Charles Foley, how's the mining equipment been? How's the mining equipment been? Charles, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Okay, Soul7, if I'm not mistaken, he sold most of everything for mining. Nice. Charles Foley. Yeah, they really do have the best feeling and best looks. Soul7 says, going to be hard to top the design whenever they change it. Yeah, I'm worried. I'm legitimately worried that when the 5000 series comes out, the 50 series comes out, it's gonna look like crap. How are they gonna top this, right? Because this hourglass shape is the same design as last year's 30 series cards, right? Because I don't have one anywhere nearby, but the 30 series cards looked very similar to this, okay? And this new, they basically copied it over and it looks great. It's fantastic. It's a good cooler design. Like this piece right here is like basically almost one solid piece of metal. It's really cool. Charles Foley, so my mining equipment. So here's what happened. Remember when the price crashed earlier this year, or rather 2 years ago? I sold about half of it. So I had about 37 cards, about 12 3090s, whatever. I sold all the 3090s in one go 2 years ago. That was right around when Ethereum was around $3,000. So I sold them all for, pretty much MSRP to an undisclosed person, which they might actually have said this publicly, I don't know yet. So I sold all that, including my 3090 Kingpins and all those cards, right? So I sold all that then. Then earlier this year, like February or something like that, I sold about another 30%, 30% of all my low-end cards to a local person. They just came and took almost everything. And then recently, about 3 months ago, I sold the rest of all my cards because I kind of saw the market, and that first sale, the first one when I sold almost half, man, I really dodged a bullet because we all know what happened right after that. Ethereum went to like, what, $800? So I got really lucky on that. I also cashed out a bunch of Ethereum. I'd say about 60% to actually buy this studio. That's right, I bought this studio with the card sales and the mining profits that I cashed out right before the crash. And So after I cashed all that out, I, you know, bought a house. I bought a studio, and that, in my own way, has been very beneficial because now I have my own studio. I don't have to worry about moving anything. I can kind of do whatever I want. And the rest of those monies that I used to cash out, well, that went into repairing the studio. Putting a new HVAC, buying Ubiquiti equipment, putting in a new garage door, fixing the electrical. Oh, and this house now has solar, but I haven't gotten PTO, which is permission to operate, yet. So that's been taking some time because the solar got finished about a month and a half ago. Charles Fowley, glad you got your money's worth. Yeah. For example, I sold every 3090 close to what I bought it for, because I didn't pay MSRP back then, but don't tell anyone that. Just you're my secret. I sold those 3090s close to MSRP, so I basically got to borrow all of those cards for free because I sold them close to what I paid for them. So I paid like, I don't know, maybe I lost $50 or $100 on each 3090, but each one had a hash rate of like 125 on Ethereum. So they more than paid for themselves. Like I was making 1 Ethereum a month at least. So after doing that for almost 2 years, you know, you can do the math, right? Of course, it went down to like, I don't know, because I did cash out a bunch to pay for the electric. Like last year, I was using mining primarily to heat this house, and that cost $1,600 a month in the electric bill. I was like, yo, I can't do this. This is too much. So, because at that time, I switched to Raven coin. I spent about $1,600 to make about $400 of Raven in a month. And that was just not, you don't even break even on the electric cost. So that's when I decided to pull the trigger, sell the rest of it rather, because I already sold the other portion of that before that. And yeah, I kind of got back into mining a little bit right after I sold the first lot. But then I was like, I kind of saw the writing on the market. I was like, all right, it's time to cash out before it crashes. And I was so lucky I did. The timing was just perfect. Because I sold it and almost 3 months later, boom, Luna crashed and all that. And then my Solana, I bought a bunch of Solana at $20. Because remember, Luna and Solana both tanked like crazy. Solana was at $8. I wish I bought like $1,000 worth of Solana at $8, but I didn't. I just accidentally, I placed a sell order on Coinbase and I was off by a decimal point. I was just tapping through really fast. And since I was off by a decimal point, it insta-sold at $125 a piece, which was nice. And that money is actually going into buying this right here because I actually had to pay scalp price to get this. I did sell my 3090 to a friend for only like 600 bucks. It's like the top of the line liquid cooled hybrid edition from EVGA, one of the last great cards. Sold that, got that, and now I got this. I'm gonna pop into the computer. I also got a 2080 for free, so I've been using that. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this in right after this stream's over. Gonna go play some games with my buddies. We're almost an hour in, so we'll probably end this in the next 10 minutes. Let's see here. Charles Foley, that's awesome, Shinji. Do you plan on buying more GPUs? Probably not, right? So let me tell you my theory on that. And this is kind of worked for me. This is, you know, like it says in the description, this is not financial advice. No way, because if I had financial advice, I would not be living here. I'd be living in a better house, right? So my theory is this. We're gonna have a temporary pop right now. Right now we're going up a little bit. Everything's kind of gone up a lot this month. I say we're gonna hit another all-time low right after this little pop, probably around February. And between January and April, that first quarter of the year, everyone just spent a bunch of money on Christmas, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Between January and April, that first quarter is when everything kind of slows down. And that's actually like the best time, in my opinion, to get into mining, to buy the hardware. So if I see a good opportunity come up then, I might buy a whole bunch of 4000 series card and just build a rig. Because I got like enough rigs that are still fully set up that I could support up to another 25 cards or so, maybe 25 total. I'll buy a bunch of efficient, cheap GPUs in the 4000 series or 3000 series, build a few rigs, but here's the caveat on that. The only reason why I would do that is if I got the cards for an extremely good price, because I got two ways of cashing out, right? One is that they mine, okay? That's all, we all know how that works. And two is in the next crypto bull run, which I predict to be within 2 years, well, I could sell them for whatever I paid for them, right? Even though they're old cards, we all know during the crypto bull run, prices of these cards go into the 3,000 to 4,000 range, right? So I just kind of time it where I sell my cards when the prices are high. So basically, if you're having trouble buying a card, then it's probably time to sell your cards. Honestly, you'll make more money than you ever will mining. Remember, you only make money if you mined in the bear market, okay? Let me say that again to be very clear. You only make money if you mine when it's unprofitable, okay? When you mine when it's profitable, you will never break even. If you do break even, you are very lucky with your timing. It's like the gold rush days when, you know, the people that made the money were the grocery stores, the general stores that were selling shovels and pickaxes for way more money than they were worth. Like a haircut was like $14 back then, whatever it was a lot of money. And that's how you make the money. So this will be round 4 for me. This last round I did was the 4th round of me buying GPUs, mining, then selling them when the price got too high. I kind of missed it around this time a little bit, but I didn't miss the big part. So I cashed out, almost broke even with that, with the hardware, to be very clear. Then the Ethereum I mined, I sold all that and I bought a house. Legally, very legally, right? I went through Coinbase, got all the taxes, got it all. I went through my mortgage broker and all that, made sure the money was clean, made sure everything was totally legal, because you know, you can't just give them Ethereum and you buy a house. I actually had to cash out and let it simmer for about 3 months. And then that was legal at that point. Of course, you got to pay your taxes. Don't ever not pay your taxes, okay? It's okay to do tax avoidance, all right? That's totally legal. Tax evasion is illegal. So make sure you do it that way. Oh crap, have I been on the wrong view? No, I'm on the right view okay, good. Let's see here. Why is everything super delayed on the stream? What's going on here? Top program a preview. Yeah, everything is going good. Strange. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that is my game plan, is to wait for the market to go down, then buy a bunch of cards cheap, and then set up a rig and basically just shelve it until the time is right. Or to build the rig and mine. So I personally believe in certain coins like Solana, Raven, all that. And like my Solana bet, my Solana gamble paid off. I made pretty good money on that. I 10x'd it. So, well, 10x? No. I 6x'd that. 6 times that. And so that paid off pretty good right now. I'm pretty sure Solana is going to go up even more before it goes back down, but I accidentally cashed out, so I'm good. Yeah, that's about the end of it when it comes to mining, in my opinion. When everyone's trying to get into it, it's the worst time to like build a rig. If you don't already have one and have one set up, you're not gonna make any money. You're just gonna be feeding the economy of people that are selling cards. That's why these type of things where it's a boom and bust, right? Everyone wanted cards, everyone's going, and like, of course I stood in line and all that, but that was to make content, and you know, it was fun. It was good old days when you go to the store at 2 a.m. in the morning and stand in line to get your overpriced card. You know, those were fun times, man. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of cool people. In fact, on my channel, there's like 5 videos of like the whole process of staying in line and going getting a card. It was a lot of fun. Like, that's part of the reason why I enjoyed it, was, you know, having cards for you know, it's hard to get, they're expensive, you know, you gotta do all this song and dance to get them. It was good times. I really miss those days, and I don't doubt we'll have another time like that in the next 2 to 3 years. I honestly think it's going to happen again. Now, will it be mining? I don't know, but I do think it's going to be something related. Yeah, Soul7, hit that like button, guys. Let YouTube know, even though this stream is kind of lame, you know, that you like it. All right, guys, so if you don't have any other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, and we got to see this wonderful RTX 4090 GeForce card from NVIDIA. This box weighs as much as the card, almost. Like, I would say they're pretty equivalent in weight. This thing is a bunch of cardboard that's been taped together, if you can see that. So yeah, I'm gonna go put this in my computer, gonna get it set up. I'm gonna set up this Beacon audio device. It's cheap, it's like 200 bucks. Well, okay, the Go XLR was like 500, so this is, in relative speaking, cheap. It doesn't have any faders. I really wish it had faders. That'd be pretty cool. Go set this up and hopefully play some games. Maybe after I put this in, I'll go play some Minecraft or like some Tetris or maybe World of Warships, you know, something that can really use the horsepower in this card. On the next stream and next videos coming up, we got a video working on the purchasing process of a Tesla. That's one. Other video working on is a new Ego 28-inch snowblower. That's gonna be pretty cool. And other video is gonna be the Ubiquiti camera system. That I've invested several $1,000s into, and I got some opinions on it. I really do. It's got some amazing perks and some crippling detriments that I really don't like. But we're gonna get into all that in the next few videos coming out in the new year. And of course, to everyone that is here, thank you for joining me on this live stream. Thank you for being around on Christmas Day even. What are you guys even doing here? You guys should be with your families and having fun. Or maybe the in-laws are over and this is how you get away from them. I don't know. But thanks for joining me on this live stream on Christmas Day, this Christmas special. We gone over our Black Friday haul and all that cool stuff. I was gonna set a remote camera up to go out into the garage to show you what I've been working on. But like I said, I've been having, I really hope my 4-port Camlink Pro didn't die, because that's like a $300 card, and that would be really unfortunate. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me here tonight. Remember the description, we have the Discord link down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.